Officials believe a water cooling tower in North Marshalltown could have been where the Legionnaires' disease outbreak started. As of today, there are now 61 cases in Marshall County. That's 7 more than yesterday. Local 5's Alex Fulton checked in with officials on where they're at with identifying that source. Alex.
Well, Stephanie, once a sample from a cooling tower is sent off, it can take up to 14 days for it to come back positive for Legionella bacteria. That threshold has passed for some of the tests performed, and officials are hoping one of the others will trace back to a tower.
We're working together night and day to figure out what's causing this outbreak and to make sure that it's stopped.
State epidemiologist Dr. Matthew Donahue has zeroed in on cooling towers as a source for the Legionnaires outbreak in Marshall County.
It's more likely one cooling tower, but it's not impossible that it could be more than one.
Health officials have been actively collecting water samples from cooling towers at 12 businesses in North Marshalltown. The samples are sent off to the state hygienic lab in Iowa City, where they're run through a filter to identify Legionella bacteria.
It's hard to grow in a lab, but we're relying on it growing to be able to determine which of those 12 business centers with cooling towers it could be. So right now, from a testing standpoint, it's a waiting game.
Still, health officials aren't waiting to work with the businesses in question on how to disinfect their cooling towers.
We know that we might not be able to find which cooling tower. So we're making sure that every cooling tower in the area that could be responsible has begun some thorough disinfection procedures.
Public health officials have already contacted all of the businesses and suggested they hire professionals for water treatment.
From the moment that we have tested each one of those cooling towers, we have recommended that remediation process before we've had any test results.
Marshall County Public Health Director Sydney Gruwell says the 12 businesses have been willing to work with her department to end the outbreak.
People that we have tested these cooling towers with, they have been very responsive to get these remediation practices in their cooling.
Now, public health leaders say anyone who visits or lives in North Marshalltown shouldn't worry about getting Legionnaire's disease. Most people have already been exposed, but only a select few will develop symptoms. Stephanie.